Hello, today I'm going to be talking about nationalism in a country outside South Asia. The country I'm going to be talking about today is the United States, and how President Trump and President Biden have differed and been similar in their policies towards India. Let's begin. Prime Minister Modi visited the United States this week in a state visit with President Biden. So I thought this would be a good moment to compare Trump and Biden's track record vis-a-vis India, considering it's a very important relationship for the United States. And I think that we should know who has done uh, which policies towards India and how and the strengths and weaknesses of both of the presidents. Uh, it's interesting to note that Prime Minister Modi has worked with three different presidents now, and but I will only be talking about Trump and Biden because they're the ones most recent. And yeah, so let's get started. Trump and Biden's India policies. So let's start with Trump. He was president from 2017 to 2020. Trump Trump agreed to exchange information on terrorists with India. This helped stop travel for terrorists and uh, helped India reduce terrorism from Pakistan, which has uh, had an effect today because today, this year, there is much less terrorism from Pakistan than there used to be. So this agreement helped. Trump also spoke directly about Pakistan and its harboring of terrorists. He didn't use the word support, he said harboring, which helps India and the US tackle terrorism from Pakistan directly and more effectively. One good thing is he did not comment on India's internal affairs, such as India revoking Article 370 from Kashmir and also passing the Citizenship Amendment Act, which was a controversial decision. President Trump's government's refusal to comment on these were good for the US's image in India. He got India to reduce tariffs on Harley Davidson motorcycles and other goods from America, which helped America. And he restarted the Quad, which showed that he was not afraid of China and was willing to work with other countries against China to make sure China doesn't uh, harass and abuse the sovereignty of these countries, Australia, Japan, and India. And he supported India against China in Doklam. This was a silent support where the US was giving satellite imagery and information to India, so that helped. And he also threatened India with sanctions for buying Russia's S-400 missile defense system, which I think was a negative point. What weapons or goods or services India or any other country buys from another is not the business of America, and so America should not uh, comment or act on it as long as these weapons are not going to be used against America. Now, India is not going to use Russia's S-400 against America, so there's no need for America to have threatened sanctioning India. So that was a down point. One good thing is trade grew by double digits despite placing tariffs on India. So this shows that the trade relationship was good during Trump's term. So you can say that Trump was good in handling terrorism in China, but his problem was that he was continuously following the deep state's ideology of trying to control the rest of the world, where by threatening India with sanctions. So yeah, it was mainly good, but some bad. The bad was basically carrying on the policies of previous administrations. Biden, he has been in office from 2017 to from sorry 2021 till now. He had several Quad summits. He got carried on from the good work of Trump, who started Quad again. He has had not only summits but informal meetings with the heads of state of the Quad countries. The Quad has deepened its cooperation. It's gone beyond military to focus on economic issues and education and healthcare. And he also condemned terrorism again in a joint statement with Prime Minister Modi in 2021. This was a general condemnation. The name of Pakistan wasn't taken. This was, I guess, done to prevent the Pakistani lobby in the Democratic Party from becoming angry to appease them, which hurts America. America does not gain anything by going soft on terrorists from Pakistan. It just emboldens them. And Biden also, his not himself, but his government commented on India's internal affairs, such as the farmers' protests, the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi from parliament. These are unnecessary. There's no need to comment on another country's internal matters that don't affect your country. And it just causes problems for America, hurts its image. Totally unnecessary. Also, India and America agreed to manufacture semiconductors together and work on other technologies too. This is an initiative from the Biden administration. It didn't start with Trump, and this is a good one. This helps diversify supply chains. Also, the US reduced trade disputes at the WTO, resolved trade disputes at the WTO with India, and this is good. While I agree that Trump was right to make sure um, trade was made fair with India, having too many disputes like he did was not necessary. You can't get everything you want in trade, and you have to compromise sometimes. So, getting to this trade disputes with India or any other country to an excessive degree is not in America's interests. NASA agreed to train Indian astronauts. This is a great benefit for America's space industry, and I think that this is one area where Biden has excelled compared to Trump. Trump did not use America's space industry for diplomacy, so this is a plus one for Biden. One mistake, that blunder that Biden did was withholding raw materials for India's vaccines in the second wave of COVID 19 in April and May 2021. The United States had raw materials that India was using for manufacturing vaccines, and he had a blockade on them for some time. And only due to pressure from India, it was lifted. This was a blunder of Biden's, and I don't think Trump would have done it. And it's although America made up for it by providing a lot of equipment and medicines to India, which I'm grateful for as an Indian, I still think that this uh, controversy was unnecessary and just hurt America's image. So, what do I think of all this? I think that Trump and Biden both have had a generally good relationship with India, with some advantages or some pros and cons for each. I think Trump got along with Modi better. Both of them are conservatives and nationalists, and they could their personalities gelled with each other when Modi and had a rally in Houston with Trump, and Trump had a rally in Gujarat with Modi, and in 2020, where that was called Namaste Trump. So that I think really helped, and because India is generally favoring the right wing now politically, uh, Trump being a right winger himself had a good image in India compared to other countries and compared to Biden. And but there were some mistakes he did, such as not mistakes for America, but things that caused Indians to look unfavorably towards the United States, such as uh, imposing tariffs on India. But Indians were not excessively angry with Trump for that. They understood that he was doing it in his national interests. And Biden also is liked. He's more predictable, more of a regular president. So him coming to power was seen as a continuation of the old ways, which was good for India. India has generally benefited from America's policies in the last 25 years. But he and the Democrats' propensity to comment on other countries' internal affairs, advocate for human rights, and stuff like that has caused a sour taste in India and has reduced the opinion of Indians towards America. And even Indian leftists and liberals aren't don't admire the U.S. when they do this. So yeah, it's unnecessary. So I think both Biden's willingness to work with partners and allies and not go put pressure on them, which Trump did, has helped the United States, made it more reliable, has helped its alliances. And yeah, I think that is a plus point for Biden. He's handled allies a bit better than Trump has. And yeah, so each one has had good and negative policies, but I think that Trump just edges out Biden a little bit because he was more concerned with putting American interests first rather than trying to spread an ideology towards other countries like India, which Biden's Democratic Party and deep state of America are trying to do in India. So yeah, I think that both are good, but Trump is a little better. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Please share your thoughts on this video in the comment section. If you want to see other videos about nationalism in countries outside South Asia, click here. If you want to see my previous video, click here. If you want to see the sources I use for this video, click the links in the description below. Thank you for watching. Vande Mataram.